Hey guys, MaxLPQueen here, and welcome back to some more of our Sorcerer story. So, I'm just gonna go here and start and read really quick what Lestier has to say, because everybody's kind of going ahead of me, so... Can you feel that? No, of course you can't. Trust me, the necromantic power in this room is strong. And guess what else we found? Blah 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 blah, one of Kaidun's trusted lieutenants. He's in bad shape, but he should be able to answer questions.
For the Federation.
Kaidun found out that the core was being confined here, but it was a trap. Something overtook us, took our minds, and they captured Kaidun. I tried to get out and alert Freya, but I didn't make it. We'll find Kaidun and the others. Thank you. My older brother, Akan, is in there. Tell him I'm safe and you've come to rescue them. Please save my comrades and General Kaidun. Okay, so the group here has went ahead without me because we have a level 65 with us that is running through the dungeon as quickly as possible. So we're not going to get experience because we're running with a level 65, but I should be able to complete the quest, the main story quest, and they'll just go on and clear the dungeon for me, which would be great. Who are you? What do you want? Blah 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 blah. He lives? It's too late for me. But the others, you'll have to defeat Tyranzius to save them. Okay, so I hope that this is gonna work, but I'm guessing it might not, because if they've already killed him, then there's no way that I'm gonna be able to kill him because I wasn't over there for the party. Which is very, very disappointing. Because I was in queue for the party, but I decided against it, and I was like, you know what, I think it should be okay, I'll just follow these guys, and it should be fine, but they've already went ahead without me, so obviously it's not going to work, and the quest is not going to be completed, which is kind of sad, but there's actually nothing I can really do. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to leave the party, and then I'm going to hopefully be teleported out. I will, okay. I'm gonna queue for the dungeon. I guess I can queue for the dungeon. I started to be in queue whenever I first got into the game, but unfortunately that didn't work out because I joined another party. Oh great, and now I have to wait 6 minutes for the tomb to open back up because I dropped out of the party. And our experience boost is going away in 50 seconds, which is not good either. We also have some of these yellow quests that we need to do. So what I'm thinking about doing is I might just go ahead and wait here. Got some crystals. And login rewards, of course. I'm really sorry that I did this. Like, I was thinking at first, I was like, okay, I have to... Okay, those are worse. Why would they give me those? I have to go through and do the dungeon. I just have to. So, I wanted to do a party by queuing. But when I got to the front of the area, I was like, okay, maybe since I have some people around here, they would be nice, wait for me, let me go through and read the story. But I mean, as you guys obviously know from the previous dungeon that we did, well, not the previous dungeon, actually the previous dungeon did really well. I was actually really glad it went so well for me. They actually waited around and did quite a bit of waiting, and even let us do the 5-minute quest, and we did it twice, I think, which is actually really cool. I never thought that would actually happen, but they did manage to do that with me, and I'm very glad that they did that. So I decided that I would try again with another party, and maybe they would wait for me. But since it was a level 65, I honestly did not plan for them to wait for me. Man, I keep hitting the microphone. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Elementhea because we still have to wait like 5 minutes or so until we can go back into the dungeon, or at least queue for the dungeon. I've got a party invite thing up on the looking for a group message, so hopefully we can get some people to come in through that method. That sometimes works too and helps. But what I want to go do now is I want to get to the the merchant, who is on the complete opposite side of the map, of course, and go get me another Necromancer Tomb scroll because I already used that one to go to the beginning of the tomb. So I'm gonna go get another one here and see about that, because I do want to go back. I just need to come over here because, oh, well, I don't know why I actually went over here. I need to meet Freya and Frontiera. What I thought we could do is actually continue on with the story until the queue pops for the Necromancer Tomb. That way we wouldn't have to worry about this being a complete episode of absolutely nothing but us waiting around for a dungeon. So I think maybe we could do that, because if you'll remember, I believe it was last episode, but I'm not too sure. But if you'll remember last episode, oh, you're not the one that I want. You are.
For the Federation.
I believe last episode we talked to Freya, and she wanted us to meet her at Frontiera, and I was like, you know what, we'll do that as soon as we finish with this quest area here, which was Necromancer Tomb. Because this one is lower level, and we obviously want to do the higher level dungeons first. I mean, what am I talking about? We obviously want to finish the lower level quest before we do the higher level quest. So I definitely wanted to finish up the Necromancer Tomb quest before going on and doing something else. But I mean, I guess it's okay if we go on, because Freya had already told us that she was heading to Frontiera, so we should probably meet her there anyway. If I can find Frontiera around here. There it is. So we are skipping ahead of the story just a tiny bit, but we're kind of, well, I don't know if we're skipping or not, because in the dungeon we're supposed to be looking for Kaidun. So I'm not sure if he's in there or if he isn't in there. Didn't really read the story going through a dungeon, obviously. You guys know that. But we will go to Frontiera and see what Freya has to say. Maybe she'll have something cool to say. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Needed to check and make sure I actually did push record, because I don't want to not have it recording like I did that one time. I would hate to have to level up all the way to level 44 again. And that would, well, I mean, it wouldn't be so bad because we have the triple EXP thing going on. For me. Not anymore, but it was going on. It's going on right now for me, not for you guys. It starts tomorrow, actually, technically. For me, but we'll see. Okay, so Freya, what have you got to say? How many minutes we got? 40 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna queue for the dungeon, actually. I'm gonna keep posting all this stuff for the tomb. And then I'm gonna go ahead and queue for the dungeon. Because we could actually get in today. I don't know, the dungeon queues haven't been going as fast as I thought they would, but they'll get back to normal pretty soon. Come on, 15 seconds. I should put that in the bank. I think I will before we continue on. I have so many of these potions that I haven't even used that yet. These Kaya dedication potions for level 1 to 50. I should probably use them before I can't use them anymore. Okay, so I'm going to queue for the dungeon again. And let's talk to Freya. The plague has brought this region to its knees. I brought my best people with me, and the Mysterium is doing everything in their power to divine the cause.
Excellent.
Okay, well, never mind, guys. I was like, okay, let's talk to Freya and continue on, because the queue isn't going to go off. And lucky for me, the queue actually went off. Thank goodness. Holy crap. I thought we were going to be having to go on with the story. That was going to be kind of awkward. Because if we'd already found Kaidoon in here, in this area, it would be kind of weird to have to continue on with the story before we find Kaidoon, or Kaidun. How do you say his name? I have no idea. So we already talked to those guys and said to go, that one guy that I can't pronounce his name, he said to go find a Khan here. And the Khan said he thinks that Kaidoon might be here. We just need to make sure that we kill Trizadius, who is the first boss of this area. So he could probably tell us a little bit of something. Obviously, this group is probably going to go ahead without me. I'm hoping not, but you never know. They could always do that, and it wouldn't be very fun for me to have to sit there and read and everybody else continues on. But you know what, we're going to do the best that we can to read as much as possible, because obviously we're going to need to get the quest and we're going to need to get through the dungeon at the same time. So we'll see. Shouldn't be too bad. Just going to kind of let these guys do most of the work, because I don't want to take a chance on missing out on the story. I could tell him that I need the story quest. It would probably help a little bit. There we go. Just letting people know. Doesn't mean that they're going to help me and they're going to stay, but you know what? It's worth a try. Okay, so here is Trizadius, I believe is his name. He is the guy that we need to kill first. So we'll see what he has to say once we kill him. Gotta watch out though. These spikes on the floor are not nice. They're pretty mean. And when they pop up and somebody hits them, it's kind of funny sometimes because they go bouncing around everywhere. Like that. Okay, so he's gonna die. And then some people are gonna pop up, and you guys saw when we first entered. There they are. Let's talk to everyone. Are you here to help us? Thank you, but where's Kaidoon? Okay, so they still have not found Kaidoon. We failed Kaidoon. We couldn't stop Tulsa. Free. Kaidoon is gone. Tulsa is working his terrible magic on deforming and mutating him into a monster. We have to free him. Tulsa has imprisoned. Before he was charged, Kaidoon slipped me this. He called it a liquid key. I think its purpose is to break the imprisoning spell. Take it, use the passage behind me, go left where the corridor crosses, kill Dalamanak and Gulatin, and destroy the necromancy device. If it is the only way to free Kaidoon's soul, you may have to kill him. Okay, so that basically what he just said is that we need to go through here, and there is, I believe, somewhere in this place, I cannot remember where, I have to get rid of these yellow quests. So we need to destroy the necromantic devices, which are those right there. So we put down this liquid key and destroy these devices. This is going to take me a while, so I'm glad that everybody's kind of doing their own thing. I have to do 4 of those, and I'm hoping that I can get all 4 of them done before we exit the dungeon. I'm not sure exactly where they are, but I believe there's 2 in the area with the boss, so definitely will get all 4 if I can just take care of this one here. There we go. Now we need 2 more. Everybody's kind of staying in the same area, which is nice. And then we also need to kill Dalmanak, who is over here in this room right here, where everybody's heading to. So you can see, obviously, like the very first dungeon we did, nobody's going to wait for you, and everything is going to be done as quickly as possible. Okay, so I need to go over here and destroy these devices while they are killing Dalmanak, because it seems like by the time I get these devices, they're gonna already have that guy dead. He's already at 80%. If it didn't take me so long to put down this stupid liquid key stuff, it wouldn't matter. Alright, one more. He's at 72%. This is kind of what I do. If you're doing the dungeons and you need to do the story quest, you know people aren't going to stop and wait for you, so do it right away. Like, literally, do not worry about what people are doing and do your own thing. Because that way, all you have to do is let them do the major killing, then you worry about you and what you need to get done. Which, what I need to get done right now is the story quest. So I'm going to be the one that needs to kill all the necromantic tombs. And nobody else you saw did, obviously, because they don't need to do the story quest. They're just doing the dungeon itself or the levels. We did go to level 45 though, if you can see, which is nice. We're getting some good EXP, which I'm glad, because if I would have went in here with that level 65, I honestly don't think we would have gotten very much experience at all, and I kind of would have been sad about it. Because the reason why I like coming in the dungeons while I'm doing the story quest is mostly because of the fact that you get a lot of extra experience that can help you out quite a bit when you're leveling. Because as you saw before, we've obviously been behind in levels at some point, but then once we do a dungeon, we're pretty much right back on par where we need to be. Okay, so we need to take out the monster that was Kaidun inside the Chapel of Pain to free the General's soul. So apparently Kaidun got taken over by Tulsa's power, and he has been transformed into a monster, which is not good. Definitely not good at all. Raya's boyfriend, or lover, or whatever he is not looking like himself. Mutated Kaidun. There he is. Looking mighty mutated. Mighty mutated. Terrible that this happened to him, but you know what? Nothing we can really do other than to kill him. Sorry, buddy. Don't mean to do this to you, but you're kind of in an awkward position here because, I don't know, you got taken over by a spirit or something. Did he get taken over by a spirit, or was it just, he just got mutated by Tulsa's power? Is that what it was? I'm not understanding the story so much right now. I'm trying my best, but, you know, with this dungeon stuff, usually I don't get the story part of it because it takes me such a long time to actually get through the story while people are running through the dungeon like crazy, so it's hard to concentrate on the story, and you have to read it as fast as possible. I do need to actually, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I always love to take screenshots. That way I can use them for the thumbnails, but I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do that right now. Man, Kaidun is pretty powerful, if I do say so myself. And I missed. I didn't even check. Wonder what level everybody else is. Zoe, the Brawler, is level 46. Motita-chan, the Mystic, is level 48. Loggerino, the Archer, is level 46. And Pico Gunner is level 42. So I'm pretty much on par with everybody else. I'm level 45, so I'm not the lowest level. There we are. Kaidun, what happened to you? Oh, good, he got transferred back into himself. That's nice. I guess it's nice. Oh, no, he died? Did we kill him? We didn't kill him, did we?
Are you the ones who released me?
Yes, that was me. But what am I supposed to do since I released you?
I am finally
At last. Thank you. There's not much time. Tell Freya, Tulsa took the core. He's on his way to Valparaiso. I will stop him. Tell her I'm sorry. This isn't how the hero's story are meant to end. Tell her I loved her. Love her. Always. She can trust almost no one, and I'm glad you're on her side. Wow. Okay.
Please tell Freya that I'm sorry. I resisted as long as I could.
That's kind of sad, actually. It really is kind of sad. Huh. So, Kaidun got mutated by Tulsa in his magic, and we couldn't save him. The only thing that we could do was kill him. So, we weren't able to save him because of the magic was too strong. We just had to destroy him, which is kind of sad. I've been kind of talking crap about Freya's boyfriend or lover all this time, and turns out he was just trying to do the right thing, and the magic was too powerful for him, and it just took control of him. We do have one more boss though that we need to kill in here before we can leave the dungeon. This is the actual last boss for this tomb area. He's the one that's going to give us the Vanguard request, and it's going to give us a lot of experience. So we do want to kill him. I'm not just going to leave. I'm going to make sure I do kill him. I don't know who this guy actually is. The Lilith, I'm guessing he was just someone that they put in here. Like the bonus boss of the Cultist Refuge we did. He's probably just like a bonus boss that they put in for extra experience. I'm not really sure. I don't know if he has anything to do with the story or not. I'm pretty sure he's not Tulsa, as it would say. Maybe he's one of Tulsa's monsters that he created. Almost done. This should be enough. Or not. There we go. He's good. Now we're going to get a lot of experience. Claim our reward, and we also get an extra reward for our weekly bonus. And my leg is completely asleep. Okay, so we have to go back to Akrum and report what happened to Harul. So they'll let us leave the party here. Thanking everyone for a nice party job that they did. But we need to go back to... Is this going to take us back to Elementhea, or is it going to take us back to the tomb entrance? I can't remember where it was. Oh, it's going to take us back to Frontiera. Okay. I don't think we need anything from here. We have everything that we need. So I'm just going to grab these real quick. Let's go back to Akrum. As much as I hate this place, hopefully this is the last of it and we won't have to worry about coming back there again. But we will be back, Freya, to Frontiera to help you out. We just gotta go tell somebody something in this area and then we should be done. I'm hoping we're done. Don't really care to stay in this area any longer. Alright, so let's go turn this in. Well, talk to her, not turn it in. And probably get ready to end the episode off, depending on how, well, where this takes us. Not how, where it takes us. If we end up back in Frontiera, we'll end off the episode. If we have to go back to Elementhea, we'll do that first. I'm assuming we have to tell Freya. I'm assuming she doesn't know.
Remember this fondly.
I know you did everything you could, but it's just so sad. I can't bear to tell Freya he's dead. And Thulsa has the core. If this becomes known, there will be widespread panic. Elementhea will descend into chaos. I'll tell her. Okay, so we have to go back to Elementea and tell Freya the bad news. So let's do that first, unfortunately. Kaidun's last words to Commander Freya. And then we will end off the episode. And next episode we will be headed to Frontiria. Okay, so despite all of the chaos in the first part of the episode, we managed to finally get things going. And we kind of got a good amount of story, even though we were reading through as quick as possible. Managed to get a lot done. Very happy about that.
For the Federation, I'm here to help.
And if I do play through the Sorcerer story tomorrow, tomorrow, it is going to be smooth sailing for us, because for me, it is triple drop, triple EXP tomorrow from the Valkyrie event. So I will be leveling up pretty quickly. And since I'm doing a Valkyrie fast leveling as well, I could be cheeky about it and I could go there and do that as well and get extra experience, and that's fast leveling, but I'm not going to choose that. Obviously that's a faster way to level, but like seriously, I'm not going to do that. Okay, Freya, thank you. I know that expression. I've worn it myself. Every time I had to tell some mother I let her child die in uniform. You don't have to tell me. The pendant's gone dark. Did he die easily? He was very brave. Thank you for saving him and for bringing me his last words. Alright, so let's give her back his pendant. I always knew he was a brave man. Braver still for struggling against that curse, for fighting it long enough to tell me. Your pardon, Peregrine. I'll rescue the core, and then I'll make sure Thulsa pays for what he's done. It was my honor. Now we are level 46, and we got lots of stuff here from Freya that obviously we already have and we don't need because it's the same gear that we just got. We also have some boxes here we need to open, and we have some skills that we need to upgrade as well. So let's do all of this at the same time before we end off the episode, so we don't have to do it next time, which would be amazing. Oh geez, I pushed the wrong thing. Open up this one. Yeah, like we need any more crystals. We also got an achievement, which is great, because we're going to get some more experience. I'm just going to turn that on because our 50% EXP boost for an hour actually wore off. And it's gone. Okay, so let us dismantle all of these things that we don't need, because we can definitely use some extra feedstock for our gear and enchanting our next avatar weapon whenever we get that, whenever that is. We don't need those crystals, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and end off the episode here. And then next episode, I will see you guys in Frontiria, where we will meet Freya and continue on the story trying to stop Thulsa and get back the core.